But so yeah, I'm like in
So you're
the
like
middle
the
somewhere.
80s baby, like somewhere in
88.
there.
I was
88.
born in
Okay.
88.
Okay. Yeah. I
Yep.
was 73. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And the
Yep.
90 babies changed. And then here we are today.
Yep.
Well, welcome to Times Squared.
Times squared.
The reason we developed this studio is because we wanted to talk to members about how to balance or how not to balance life, because you can't there's no perfect balance between your relationship, your work, your kids, whether it's school or your business. Like there's no I think a lot of people try to balance that and okay, I'm going to put 25% into this, 25% into that, and it just doesn't happen. So to try to talk to different walks of life of how they get fitness into their lifestyle and what it's done for them and why they started is the whole purpose behind this.
Cool.
So today I have Kate Storm from our Elizabethtown location. We go back pretty far because you did some training at that location. And you've been there, I think, for as long as I can.
2015.
Yeah. So a long time. So a long time. Yeah. So what I want to start with is just kind of what got you into fitness? Were you into fitness before 2015? What was your reason or your purpose to get into exercise or working out? If you can kind of shed some light on that.
Yeah. So growing up, my dad always had a regimen. He would work out in the construction field all day and then come home, and he would run in cutoff jean shorts and no shirt and outside, and then he would lift with those old school cast iron weights. And so I always just saw that. That was just something I always saw every day. And so I guess when I was a teenager and I wanted to get really skinny, I started just running a little bit here and there and just doing, I think I would do 100 sit-ups the night before bed. So that was just the very beginning of it, but that was just to be skinny. You know what I mean? It was all for vanity purposes. And then when I graduated high school, my high school boyfriend and I broke up. And I was like, I need to do something for my mind. You know what I mean? To stay strong, obviously going in through a transition of high school to adulting. So I joined the Millersville Planet Fitness because I was going to beauty school down there on Columbia Avenue.
Okay.
So, and I started going, I would get up, I lived in Mount Joy, and I would drive to the Millersville Planet Fitness at 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning, work out, shower, and then go to school. And then I actually ended up getting a DUI. So I stayed with a boyfriend that I was dating down that way. He was a mason. So he would drop me off at the gym when he had to go to work, which was 4 in the morning. I'd sit outside of the Millersville gym till they opened.
And wait.
And waited, and then showered and walked my butt to beauty school.
Wow.
And I did that for years. And it was just, I didn't really know what to do. I was a, treadmill walking.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do.
Know what made you feel good or
Yeah, I mean,
obviously there was a reason behind it because if you're going to the gym at 4 a.m. waiting for the doors to open,
right.
There's something going on, it's doing something for you. So
it made me feel really good. And honestly, when I say feel really good, it made me so sore. So I knew that my body needed it. You know what I mean? I definitely knew that it was a need. So one trainer that worked at Planet Fitness, I was like, can you just show me where to start with weights? And he literally put 2 10-pound weights in my hand, had me do static lunges, squat to presses, and reverse flies. Yeah. And that's where it all started.
First touch of weights. Everything else was just cardio.
Yep.
But it's funny because so many people I talk to that you're kind of on the other end, it was your dad that influenced you. Our members now are influencing their children, right?
Yep.
And the same thing, we'll get into that too, because I know that the boys, your kids are working out. It's funny how that starts. It's just something that you're, okay, that's probably something I need to do. There's a reason they're doing it. And they may have not told you why your dad was running and lifting weights, but you've seen it was part of the life, and that was a lifestyle that you kind of just picked up.
Yep.
And even though the first thing you did was to lose weight, it became
Way
than just
more than
physical. That. So let's tap into that.
Yep.
What does it do? So just to kind of speed everybody up, Kate is into real estate. You've been doing real estate for a long time?
For 8 years.
8 years. Yep, and now you're getting into brokerage?
Actually into property management. Started a division on that.
So with all that going on in your life, and married and have kids and got everything going on that everybody, most of us have going on in the world, what did fitness do for you on that side? Not just the physical side, but how did it help you with?
So, I mean, I would say that, I've gone through some very hard things in my life. And for me, even during those hard periods, I had to go to the gym first. Because I had to make sure that I proved to myself I could do hard things before venturing out into the world where there was harder things.
Yeah.
So that for me is, I mean, at the end of every workout, my last set is always extra reps. Like when I'm so excited to be done, I punish myself.
Yeah, you're like, okay, no, you're not stopping
Yeah,
at 10.
I'm
You're
not done. Yeah, I'm
get a
going to
couple
do at
more.
least 2 more of everything
Yeah.
that I do. And that is just really because it's the mind game.
Yeah.
You know, it's to make sure that I win before I do anything that day.
Yeah.
And it's huge.
So did you ever hear the power of one more? Are you like a book reader or anything?
Like self-help or like motivational books. I don't know if I've heard of that one.
True. Well, Ed Milet is a big pusher of that. Like, he's big, just influencer, but financial guy, just does really good business guy. And I think it just goes, one, it's pushing yourself outside of your boundaries. Two, it's getting comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right? Because like you said, the world is going to eat you up.
Yep.
And if you can get through a hard workout, you're like, you know what, this is nothing. Let's go.
Right.
Because you never know what's going to happen during your day.
Yeah.
So if you know that you have some strength and
you prove that to yourself right off the bat.
Yeah, I think it's huge. A lot of people that don't work out don't realize that the mental game that it does for you. Like it just makes you so much stronger.
It does. I mean, it's everything. Honestly, it's been everything for me in my life. That fitness is the longest constant I've ever had. So I've been working out now so I started when I was 17 and I'll be 38 this year.
Okay.
So I've been working out longer than I didn't.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, so
That's
it's
awesome.
like, so for me not to work out, and even when I go on vacation, I have to do something. You know, even if it's getting up and stretching.
It's like medicine.
Yes.
It is like mental health. There was one day, and this is going back, it could have been 15 years ago. My day just went to shit, and I used to work out in the afternoon, and if something happened, like it would just throw me.
Yep.
And there was one day that I came home and didn't work out, and my wife and my daughter were like, "What is wrong with you? You are an asshole."
Yep.
And I'm like, "Nothing."
Yeah.
And my wife looked at me, and she's
fine.
like, "Yeah, I'm fine. What?" My wife looked at me, she goes, "Did you work out today?" I said, "No." She goes, "Don't ever come home again without working out." I'm like, so I knew that before.
Yep.
That she, shed light on that.
Yep.
It is what gets me through the days and the hard stuff.
Yep.
And I always joke because I really wouldn't kill somebody, but if I don't work out, I would kill somebody. Like,
I am so tired and moody.
Yeah.
Like when I don't work out, that's why I've always had to do morning.
Yep.
Because something will always get in the way.
Yep.
Something will always get in the way, especially as a mom.
Well, and it's the best way to start your day. I mean, people
yeah.
might think that we're nuts to say this if you haven't worked out or if you've never worked out in the morning, but it is the best way to start your day.
People say to me all the time, I can't work out in the mornings. You can.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah. You may not be motivated, but let's talk about discipline. Like you just make yourself do it.
Right. And the motivation comes from the results. So once you start getting those results and feeling that enhanced energy all day, you're going to want to.
Well, let's just be honest. Confidence.
Yeah.
Like it gives you more confidence to walk into any room, whatever's going on that you have to walk in that room for.
Yep.
It's going to give you more confidence. And as we know, like people just respect you more. They're like, man, these people get it done because just by knowing that you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So again, this podcast is kind of reach outside our doors because the hardest part that I've over the 30 years in industry is people walking through that door. They're scared to death. Mm-hmm. They don't want to come in the gym because they think everybody's just going to be in perfect fitness and health.
Yep.
And it's not the case, right? So I want to shed some light on letting those people know that if they do walk through the door, one, they're going to find somebody in whatever gym it is in the world that is similar to them, whether it's their fitness level, their age, their background, whatever it is. And then two, just know that the first couple of weeks are going to suck because it's something new that you haven't been doing. You're going to be sore. It's going to
work out through the sore.
Yep. And it's going to be like, this is taking a lot of work. And then people will tap out. They're like, I don't see any results in the first month, and they'll tap out. But they're not even getting into that mental game yet because that's the biggest thing. It's medicine.
Yeah. Well, and for me too, and we had mentioned this when we chatted a couple weeks ago, but when I became a mom, their dad was working night shift, and my boys are 6 years apart. So when my when my oldest was little, obviously it was just him. And I mean, I started to think about what would I do? You know what I mean? If there was an intruder or if there was a fire, like, could I physically handle getting him out of the house?
Right.
Or like that was when like The Walking Dead came out. And I was like, so I don't want to put all this on my spouse. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I need to be able to like pick up my kid, run with him, you know what I mean, while we're trying to save our lives. And you poor men, like, have all of the responsibility to like physically handle your families.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to be that wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want to make sure that I can physically run with one on my back. And then when my second one was born, I was like, good thing you can run on your own. My oldest one.
You're old enough now.
You're old enough to run on your own. I got one on my back. But so yeah, like that was just kind of, you have to have a bigger why than just how it looks, because
I like that.
You're going to have spouses, friends saying, you look great just the way you are.
Right.
And right there out the window goes your reason.
Yeah.
Because someone else is telling you look fine.
You're definitely the first person that your why that was the first time I heard that. And
Yeah.
I mean, it makes 100% like just common sense. Like you have to be able to fight for your family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
for your own life.
Let's be honest. Like our lifestyle has changed tremendously from our grandparents or our grandparents, right? Like those people were built to survive.
Yeah.
They lived a hard life. They
Yep.
didn't have all the cushy stuff we have today. So for you just to kind of take that upon yourself, like, you know what, I just need to be a stronger woman that I need to be able to take care of my family. I love it.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome.
But that is what has always kept me going.
Yeah. So
like,
single parents out there, and you weren't even single, you were just
I was
different schedule.
Right.
So single parents, like that's something to be like really like thought about. Like, man, can I fight for my family and can I defend them if it's a fire or an intruder or something?
Yep.
I'm not saying go like tackle some guy with a machine gun or something, but like just be able to
fight for yourself, protect your family. Yeah, I mean and that right there, that never expires. You know what I mean? That never goes away. Right. So even as I get older, and it's even it is just me and my husband. You know what I mean? When the kids are out of the house still. Yeah. You know, he's 12 years older than me. I'm gonna have to carry his ass around. I just need to keep getting
Get in the
stronger.
wheelchair, Don. I got you.
It's like, get up.
The house is on fire.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny is the kids, like, I love talking to you about it because you're coming from the mother's side and I'm coming from the father's side. And like Rosetta's now, 21, she'll be 22 soon. And she's like, an adult now. And she's like, you don't have to worry about me. I'm like, dude, as long as you're alive, like I'm going to be the protector and I'm going to like, there's nothing you can say. Like I'm going to still worry about you. I'm still be your father. And it'll be funny when your boys get older because you're still going to be that mom that's like.
Yeah. I'm still going to be like, hey, or like, how long has it been since you hit the gym, kid?
Right. Well, they're killing it now, right? Yeah. They're working out.
Yeah.
I know you guys are going through some setbacks with the neck and all that stuff. Let's talk about the kids. So we talked about your dad, influenced you. When did you see that, or did you make it a point to be like, look, this is what we do? Like, how did that happen that the boys now are kind of getting into fitness?
Yeah. So
or into fitness.
Yeah. So their dad has never worked out in front of them. He's their coach in the sports, but he doesn't work out at all. Never has. Even being with him for 10 years, he never did.
Okay.
So my oldest, I think that he started lifting weights with him. I had him doing renegade rows with 5-pound weights when I have a video of him. I think that he was 5.5, 6.
I love it.
And he did really well. And then he ran 2 miles with me at 7 years old. So he has always been very interested, really loves working out with me. Okay. And my youngest, like I said, he's like, you know what? This is hard work.
I'm good. I'm just going to sit over here.
And, that's one of those things you really can't force them to do that because it's just going to push them away.
Right.
So lead by example, keep doing it in front of them, and that's all you can do.
Are they competitive? Like the younger one, does he try to compete? Like
Not with his brother.
No.
Like competitive in sports?
Just like
very.
Life is a competition.
They're extremely competitive.
Yeah. So as long as they have that competitive edge, like
they'll be fine.
Yeah, they're going to be good no matter what it is. Because let's just be honest, life is competition.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Whether it's business to business or just in your work, co-workers, like it's a competition.
It is.
No one wants to be last.
It is. And with Carter's injury right now, had I not had him so strong to this point, who knows how much worse it could have been, or even his recovery. So
that was that happened during wrestling because we never really got a chance to talk about it.
Yeah. So we were at Northeastern York High School for a dual meet for the varsity team, and within the first minute, the very first move that his opponent tried to pull, he broke his neck.
Jesus.
Yeah. And it was right there on the mat in front of everyone. And he immediately, like, he did not move.
Yeah.
So it happened and the whole gym went silent. And
Aye.
we ended up going down, and the trainer, thank God there was a trainer on site, held his neck still until the EMS got there. And we found out within the next few hours through scans and stuff that it was indeed a C5 fracture.
Jesus.
So
did they pin? They like pins? Like what did?
So it's a
or fused?
fused
like,
it with a bone plate. So they're fusing C4, C5. This Friday will be 5 weeks in the neck brace, and then he has a post-op appointment. We'll do another CAT scan, and then he'll probably have another 6 weeks in the brace.
Holy shit!
So we just had it was a absolute scariest thing. But I'll tell you what, even the mornings before going to the hospital when his dad stayed down there, I still went and had a workout. I cried through it.
Yeah.
You know
well,
what I mean?
That's the other thing people don't realize when you're dealing with hard shit like that. Like,
I wouldn't have been
if
able
it's
to
your
do it.
son or
Yeah.
if it's like I have a member here that it's the dog, you know, and let's be honest, if you're a pet person, it's part of the family, right?
Yeah.
So like when you're dealing with like grief or some hard shit in life, that's when you need to work out the most.
Yeah. I mean, that's when, like, exactly the decisions that we had to make as his parents, that first 72 hours, if I didn't get my head right in the mornings that I had the opportunity, because I stayed at the hospital half the time, but those mornings before going to the hospital, I don't know how I would have even kept my shit together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
and you're also still a role model, right? Like you have to, he's going through some freaking shit and you've got to be strong. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just to show him like, hey, we're going to get through this.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Wow.
I've already started like stretching him.
Yeah.
So he laid down the other day and he's like, because he's like this all the time and he's not doing sports, he's not moving.
Yeah.
He's getting stiff. And he has the tendency, always has, to really stiffen up in his back and stuff. And I was like, get on the floor.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I love
I'm
it.
like stretching him and like making him like go like this around his brace and hold it. And like, because he just wants me to massage him all the time. And I'm like, listen, we got to get you moving, kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like we are not a doctor family. We don't really go for anything. I'm like, you need to stretch and drink water.
Yeah. And here's some Windex. Spray some Windex.
Yeah.
What was that
I'm
movie?
Yeah.
The Greek wedding thing or whatever. So will he, and not that this is obviously not the most important thing, but will he be able to play sports and wrestle again or no?
So my hope is that he doesn't play contact sports.
Okay.
But his ultimate goal was to play baseball in high school or in college. So he's on the varsity team still. He's going with them every game.
All right.
And they brought him on the team. He wears his uniform and he helps however he can. My goal, and I really do believe he has every single reason to have a full recovery with how strong he is, his mind game.
Yep.
He's got that discipline. I mean, wrestling since he was 4 and having parents like his dad and I, we've never really gave him the option to be weak.
Yeah, his dad's the wrestling coach.
Yeah, well, he's not his anymore, but he wrestled him
was.
through the years.
Yeah.
He coached him through the years.
Yeah, again, it goes back to like physical fitness, being able to go through this hard shit. And I know a bunch of kids that, and even adults that went through some stuff like that. And if they weren't as dedicated to their fitness, they became even more dedicated because just going through rehab or whatever the case might be. And like you said, if you can't do that contact sport anymore, what do you do? Because once you're an athlete, like that's what I got into working out, because after high school, I wasn't playing sports anymore other than like slow pitch softball with a bunch of old dudes. I'm like, this isn't going to cut it. Like, so I got into the gym, and that's where like fitness just became my thing. So he may just tap into that side.
Well, he already more. So obviously his classes for this year had to change because he was in gym, can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Right. So next year he had to double up on fitness, on gym, and he's doing weightlifting and yoga.
Nice.
So I love that.
Dude, that'll be good for him too.
Amazing.
Yeah, well, yoga's good for everybody.
Oh, I love yoga.
Yeah.
It's not my main speed, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah, I hate it because I suck at it and it's very hard. Like if you're not very flexible or it's tough. Yeah. So I love that like he's coming through strong and everything's gonna be good. So thank God.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about what you got going on right now business wise. So outside of fitness, we know how much that's done for you, and just to give you that mind strength. Tell me like what like real estate, like when you first got into real estate and where it is now.
So I was a hairstylist for 10 years. Loved it, but definitely outgrew it. I knew that I was going to end up being single. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I could support my kids without working more. So I was like, well, sales is
Yeah.
the best place to go. And you can't really sell anything more expensive than real estate. So
Right. No, it's the
yeah,
biggest
so
purchase most people are ever going to make.
right. So got into that, and that was harder than any workout I've ever done. Is just building that momentum. And there's so many realtors out there, and there's so much competition that you really just have to stay focused on your business and your model, and you have to be confident, and you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And that is, again, I don't know how people do it who don't work out. I just don't.
Yeah.
But that's me personally, because that's what I've always done.
Well, I'm in the same boat with you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I'll be walking into the room if I see somebody like, let's say it's just another real estate agent, right? And I'm in your shoes, and if I see a real estate agent that I'm like, they don't take care of themselves, they don't work out.
I'm like, how do you do what you do?
This is all me.
Right.
I'm gonna crush.
Right. Exactly.
you ain't got nothing on me.
Yep.
And it's just because you take care of yourself.
Yep.
It doesn't mean that I'm better than you or anything like that. It's just the confidence that you get because you take care of yourself, and
nothing's gonna beat me.
No, and
you know what I mean?
And look, it's not all about like looking better in the mirror, right? It's inside.
Yep.
What people don't do it don't realize.
Well, the outside is a reflection of inside.
Yes. Yes.
So,
that's true. That is so true.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
You can tell when somebody doesn't have it together.
Yeah.
And
100%.
But yeah, so efficiency has always been a thing, because being a mom and somebody who liked to work out, a lot of moms that's the first thing they let fall to the wayside, is any time to themselves. So in the morning, getting up at 4:30 in the morning, my workouts always had to be between 30 and 45 minutes. So you've seen me in the gym, I get everything done, full body, you know what I mean? I incorporate pretty much everything into my workouts, but it's in and out. And so when I got into real estate, loved it. I met Don in real estate. We have properties, and it started getting to the point where I'm really sick and tired of pounding the pavement. You know what I mean? Just to get a sale and then need to get another one.
Right.
So starting the asset management division at Realty One Group Unlimited, I'm like, well, so I can pound pavement, but then I keep that residual income as long as I have that client. You know what I mean? So I'm building that book, and it's also going to be something I can sell.
Right.
So
there you go.
It's all about efficiency for me.
Smart girl. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, because real estate is a tough world. There's so many real estate agents.
Yep.
And you got to just put the blinders on, and like you said, focus on your path, because there's so many people doing so many things, and it's like just focus on you.
And most real estate gurus or realtors, brokers, they'll tell you that you're going to get 10 to 20 no's before you get a yes.
Right.
So it's just about, I've had family buy with other realtors. I've had friends buy with it's a slap in the face.
Yeah.
You're just like, what?
And you can't take it personally.
You can't.
Because,
family, it's crazy.
Everything is repetition, right?
Yes.
Like the workouts, when you start, it's tough until you get some more repetitions in, and then it becomes a little bit easier. Sales, it's a numbers game. You have to make 100 phone calls till you get 2 people that want to buy something. You know what I mean? So it's like, and every industry is different, but it's all about repetition.
Yep, sure is.
And even relationships.
Yep, faking it till you make it.
You got to go through a couple of relationships to find the right relationship.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So like just fitness ties into every avenue.
Yep.
Well, I love what you're doing with real estate. Thanks. Because real estate Kate, like everybody knows you. You know what I mean? Everybody knows you. Like I remember going to that brewery, and this was when I think you were even training at the gym, and I went in and with my wife and sat down, and there you were on my cup.
Your coaster.
My coaster. There she is there. But I love it. So yeah, you got to get out there, and you got to try different things.
Yep.
And make it work. You know what I mean? As long as I think people fight the hard. Well, they do. They fight the hardest when your back's against the wall.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, I need to change something, and then you figure shit out.
Exactly.
So I love that. So let's talk because we always kind of kick things back and forth. Our last meeting, we got together and just kind of connected and brainstorming, like, what can we do? Obviously, with New York Fitness, we're trying to just build networks, right? Because I always tell everybody, like, it's funny because outside of here, people that really don't know me that well, they'll be trying to get something done, and I'll always say, like, I know a guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And
I always know a guy.
They're like, Lonnie, you know a guy for everything. I'm like, I do. I do. Anything you need done, I can.
Just don't
I got a guy
hesitate. Call
for it.
Kate. I got you. I will find what you need.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. So like, it's a shame that we're wasting all this potential, like networking, because underneath of our roofs, we do literally have somebody that does everything.
Yep.
Right. and trying to get something set up. I love that you brought it to the table because I've been wanting to do something. So this mixer, so let's talk a little bit about that. Like where did that come from? And then let's explain to the world out there what we got planned for next month.
So as I'm rebranding and getting more into the asset management side of my business, I'm still helping buyers and sellers, but as an investor myself, and kind of, like I said, I'm trying to rebrand. I'm like, where do I need to be networking? You know what I mean? Because having my coasters and stuff like that, that's great. And it has served me so well. It has definitely gotten my name out there. But I'm like, I am in the gym 5 to 7 days a week, and I keep my blinders on and I keep my head down and I do my deal and I get out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what a waste.
Right.
What a waste. I'm like, and these are the people that they see how hard I work physically. They see my car with my branding on it every day.
Yep.
And I'm not using it.
And respect. Like people got respect for you. Like, man, she's here every day.
Yeah. And it's just, and I have respect for all of them because I see the same faces all the time.
Right.
And it's like, we are just so silly I'm so silly. You know what I mean? For not using the network that I see every day, instead working harder to put myself in places that I wouldn't naturally go.
Right.
So it's like, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, but I get from your side, like when you come to the gym, it is your time. Right. I mean, I know you take the boys with you sometimes and you're there with Don too, but it is your time to just focus on you.
Yeah.
And I think you said earlier, like a lot of mothers and probably fathers drop the ball on taking care of themselves. So that is like, this is my time. This is 100% about me. I'm going to take care of my health.
Yep.
So for you to put the blinders on and take care of that, that's the norm.
Right.
But yes, I love that you like opened your eyes. You're like, holy shit, there's so much potential here because we all are like-minded already. We're all exercising for a reason. It may be a different reason, but we know the importance of exercise. So to bring this mixer together, I think is going to be
and it's going to take more than one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I love that it's going to give, because there's been a couple people that come up to me and I'm literally doing 30-second incline sprints and they want to talk to me about real estate. And I'm like, I can't talk
breathe
right now.
It is funny because that's always the case. Like when you're sprinting or you're totally out of breath, someone wants to have a conversation.
Well, and again, my workouts are typically out of breath and it's got to be quick because I don't have a lot of time.
Right.
So, but I just thought that this is such a cool, safe place where everybody can come with the intention to talk to each other. Yeah. And, it really, Marley's going away party at Mix, that really is what I was like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people came. We all had a really good time.
Yep.
And it was cool. We got to know a lot. In that short period of time, we got to know a lot about each other that we didn't know, and we see each other every day.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, we know a lot about, because of social media, we can kind of take a sneak peek of people's lives. Mm-hmm. But obviously it's the highlight reel and this and that. People don't get to, hear all the tragedy and everything else that we go through or the bad days and the fights. And I think just getting everybody together and let them talk and just, like you said, just introduction to each other and just what can I do to help you and just network.
Right, to support each other's businesses, whether it's entrepreneurial businesses or just whatever. It doesn't matter. Like whatever you do, you might have somebody might have a connection for you here that,
right.
And that's networking. That's why I love that.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's going to be fun. And the E-Town Club's great because we have so much room up there at the juice bar and everything. So it's going to be a good time. I know that one of our members, he always does like DJ parties for me and stuff like that. We did an event,
That's
like
awesome.
A blackout party in Labden that he came. We turned off the club music.
I know. Marley posted about it, and
cool.
I was like, I wish I would have gone.
Cool. So Josh had reached out to me. He's like, hey, he's like, this is on the house. You want me to come and DJ? I said, no. I said, I love that you're doing. Yeah, I'm like, no, because we're trying to talk. And when you play the music, man, we can't even hear each other talk. It's one thing to work out to it. It's another thing to try to have like networking event.
Exactly.
I said, no, definitely come and bring your business cards. So, because
you never know.
Always need a DJ for something.
I need a DJ for a friend. We were supposed to do it for them, and we just can't now. The band can't do it. Yep. So, yeah.
Well, and I think just meeting the person, like, we can put community boards up and everybody posts their business card on there. People aren't.
It's not personable.
No, exactly. You get to actually meet the person and say, oh, that's what you do. And it's great to meet you. And you build that like authentic like relationship. And people are like, man, she's a good chick or he's a good dude. So either way, like under our roof, we literally have somebody for everything. Yep. Like I don't care what it is. Yep. We have a person for it. So that's going to be fun.
I'm excited about it.
100%. Yeah. So let's talk about relationship a little bit. Now you met Don in real estate. Did he work out when you met him, or was this
this
was an influence?
Definitely an influence.
Okay,
I
love
kicked
it.
his ass.
Yeah.
I still do occasionally.
I know. I watch you.
Yeah, so he was active. His son was in soccer and he coached. And he did, and I say this lightly, but he was in and out of working out through his life, lifting, doing biceps, because every time that we don't work out together, what do you think he trains?
Arms.
Yes. So that's why I'll be like, hey, I haven't seen you work them legs in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we need to have a workout. But so he started, when him and I started to talk a little bit, he said, oh, my legs are really strong. I was like, oh, you think so? I was like, well, we should maybe do a workout together. And the one morning, because he's ex-military, he was in the Army.
Okay.
And so he was doing, when him and I first started talking, and he found out I worked out so much, he started pulling out some of his like just calisthenic workout videos. So I was like, I'll do one with you. And it was all like burpees, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, And I mean, I didn't miss a beat with him.
Yeah.
And he was just like,
what the shit?
yeah. And so he was like, what the heck? So I want to come to the gym with you and see what you do.
Yeah.
So I started getting him to running. I started having him like just do the stuff that I do, the full body stuff. And his body completely changed. I mean, he is so strong. He had himself convinced he needed shoulder and knee surgery. And he has no issues.
Nice. Just exercise.
So we just started light, just real PT style movements.
Right.
And yeah.
And now he's into like.
Oh, he does all of.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does it all.
Like he's dedicated to it.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
he's there every day.
You don't have to like pull him to go to the gym.
Even the days that I take off, he'll go.
Yeah. I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
Yeah. And he's self-employed, right? So
Yep.
he got the HVAC and everything going on. So it makes a difference in everything that we do in life. And I just wish everyone would realize the benefit of exercise. Yep. And it's not like you have to be coming in here and benching, 300, 400 pounds.
Yeah. You
just got to get your body moving.
Right. And I mean, people will ask me sometimes, like, how much can you squat? And I'm like, I have no idea.
Right.
Because
you know how many times I've got my son growing up, all his friends, Mr. Lobster, how much can you bench press? I said, I don't bench press. And I didn't. I never bench press. I always use dumbbells.
Yep.
I said, I don't know. And that was all they cared about. I'm like, I don't really care. And I know that people out there, that's their thing. They want to be able to bench it, which whatever.
Yeah.
I'm whatever floats your boat, man.
Yep.
Just get that body moving.
Yep. Well, and do it because of what it does for the insides.
Right.
Like it flushes toxins, but you have to do like I said, for working out for 17 years, I guess, like I've had to change my regimen because I get bored.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have to change it because I'm getting old. Like what I did in my 20s, I'm not doing in my 50s.
Yeah.
It's like every decade. Like, okay, we're going into the 50s. What am I going to have to change now?
Yep.
And you just roll with the punches,
Yep.
And you just have to
listen to your
realize
body.
it's the long game.
Mm-hmm.
It's you're not going to be doing in your 50s what you did in your 20s.
Yep.
It's the long game, and you want to be able to just stay healthy and still be able to get some type of exercise done.
Well, and that was another thing that when I was 17, that was actually a thought I just remembered. I never wanted to be told I had to start working out.
I like that
by
too.
the doctor, you know what I mean? Because how frustrating is it? And I can only imagine some, these women hitting premenopause.
Yep.
Like I have so many friends that are older than me and they're in their early to mid 40s, and I feel so bad for them because now they're trying to get ahead of it and they're behind.
Right.
And like it is just so hard because their energy's already depleted. I mean, I like to think I'm a little bit superhero-ish when it comes.
Right,
I'm really hoping it doesn't hit me as hard as it hits some of my friends.
No, it definitely makes a difference the younger you start. It's never too late to start. But I had an elbow brace on this week in Lebanon, and the people in there, they've never seen Lonnie with like a brace of any type. It was just like a sleeve, like an ace sleeve. They're like, what happened? I'm like, I'm human. Like I am not Superman. Like
it is
I
not
hurt
a tumor.
too. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, it'll be okay. It's just my tendon. But yeah, people do think that like you're like Superman.
I know.
Or Superwoman. But it makes a difference in everything we do. So it's important more people get out there and do it. So before we move on to the final question, I just like the mixer that Kate and I are going to host is April 23rd, right?
Yep, 6 to 8.
April 23rd from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And it's going to be at the Elizabethtown location. So if you're listening to this episode, please come out because even if you're not self-employed, you have a purpose in life, and we just want to hear what it is because we can all help each other. Yep. So again, April 23rd, come on out and have a good time with us. We're going to have some healthy snacks
Yep, we're gonna do like high protein based snacks.
Okay. Yep.
And,
So protein-based snacks, and then we will have like a little mixer going on. So we're gonna have some alcoholic cocktails, and then some mocktails and some light beers there. So it's gonna be a good time from 6 to 8. We'd love to have everybody come out and just come out and have a good time and just meet each other. One thing I always wrap it up with is, if you have a company, you should have some core values. And we never had these until probably 5 years ago. So I set some core values. And one of the most important ones to me is QTE, which is quality through excellence.
Okay.
And I think it has a lot to do with the world in general. But what I say to you, if I say, what does quality through excellence mean in your life? What would you say? Like, and it doesn't have to do with fitness. You can do it with whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say that quality through excellence. So I can sit here and say that I'm not the most producing realtor. I'm growing my my asset management division slowly. And there's always a visual thing that I put together when I'm starting something new, or something that is like a juggler. So, you have like 4 balls that you're juggling.
Yeah.
And when you only had 3 balls, you kept dropping the 4th one. That's where the drop the ball came from in my brain.
Okay.
So once you start juggling that 4th ball without failure, then you can pick up a 5th ball and add something else. So I really do think that it's quality through excellence for me. If the way that I depict that would be, it doesn't matter how slowly you grow, as long as you're doing it and you're not dropping your balls.
I love that. And no one has ever said it like that. So once you get 100% accurate or consistent with one thing,
pick
then
something
it's
else. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to fail.
Yeah.
You're going to drop the ball.
Yeah.
Until you get that juggling.
And it's also challenging yourself.
Yes.
And that's the same thing as workouts, right? Because once something gets easy, it's like, okay, well, let me add this.
Yep.
And I see that with your workouts all the time. You're always reinventing and coming up, well, let me just see if I can make this harder.
Yep, seriously.
Yeah.
As soon as it becomes easy, I'm like, well.
Yeah, okay. This has gotten too easy. So I love that. I like the way that you visioned that. I love it. I do want to backtrack just a little bit, because we can talk a little bit about, obviously, the balance, right? Right now, you're starting this new chapter with new business and all this stuff. What would you say to somebody out there? It's like, man, I don't have time. It doesn't fit into my schedule. Again, there's no true balance. I always say whatever's most important at the time of your life, that's what you should be focusing on, whether it's building the business or it's your son just had a broken neck. Obviously, that's where the balance is going. Or if you're in college and you're trying to graduate, or you have a new relationship. As we all know, like new relationships, the first 6 months of dating someone new, it's like, it's all about this. And then kind of other things fall off. So how do you like keep your circle, like not balanced because it's not balanced, but how do you kind of pick, like, what do you do right now? What's important? Or does it just come natural? Like, this is what's up, and you don't try to balance?
Well, I am one of those people that's fine with saying no.
Yeah.
I think when I turned 30, I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to say yes and then be miserable, because it's going to show. Right. It's going to shine through. So if I say no, it has to be okay.
Yeah.
It has to be okay to say no. And for instance, I'm in a band, and when I had a lot go on starting in September up until I'm still dealing with it. But I was like, no.
Yeah, because
we need to take a break. Yeah. You know what I mean? And as much as it hurt, because I love it.
Right.
It was like, I have to say no, because there's other things that are more important. Yeah. My family, my fitness, I won't ever give that up. Yeah. And but yeah, I mean, you just have to be okay saying no.
I like that.
And just be confident enough in yourself to say no.
Yeah, because the band thing, and what's the name of the band again?
No Reply.
That's right. I know I can see, from your posts how much you enjoy doing that, and I'm sure you don't do it for free. You get a little bit of money, but it's like, what is more important?
Right.
That money, or can I say no to that and focus on this?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And we actually don't get a payout. That we're all friends. We charge the venue, but all the money goes back into the band account.
Okay.
And we pay for equipment, we pay to go out to eat, we pay for drinks when we're out.
Yeah.
And we don't ever take money individually.
Yeah.
It just all goes back into the band.
Well, that probably shows, because you guys have a good time.
Oh yeah. We have a radical time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it. So when you talk about juggling balls, you really do have
a lot going on.
And you just started doing the band stuff not too long ago, right?
2021 actually. So we played we played like
a minute then, yeah.
We played between 12 and 20 shows, I would say, for like 3 or 4 years straight.
Okay.
Yeah, and now we've taken a break. We have some scheduled shows for this year, but like I said, we have to build the momentum back up if it's something we really want to do. It's just I had so much going on last year.
Yeah, I think that like that's just the way to look at, like, you just have to take it day by day.
Yeah.
And like I always say it like this, like in the end, hopefully your life balances out, like when we're checking out, right?
Yep.
Then you can look back and say, okay, well, I spent like 20 years focusing on this, whether it's raising a family or whatnot, and I focused on like 20 years of building this business, or I focused 20 years of just having great friendships and relationships.
Yep.
So I think once we get to the end of the road, like we can look back and say, okay, it kind of all did balance out. But today or this week or this month, it might not balance out, or this year.
Yep.
It might be the time that you have to really focus on your health. It might be the time that you have to really focus on your business or building a business or your job. I think that's what people just need to hear, that there's no true sense of balance.
Right. And you need to know, and again, that's another way I tie fitness in, is my workouts are my compass. So if something's off, I'll feel it during my workouts, whether I'm not sleeping enough, whether I'm too sidetracked and clustered to even focus, whether I'm eating wrong, drinking too much. I mean, it all comes out when you're challenging yourself physically.
Yeah. And not just during the sets, but in between the sets when you're recovering.
Right.
I just posted something the other week about it. I'm like, I'm just staring at the floor, and there's like your brain, like, one, you think really clear during your workouts because it's just you, and you're in your head, and you can really like navigate, like, okay, like, I gotta start, focusing more on this, or stop drinking this much, or start doing this. That's one huge benefit of workouts. It's just
knowing yourself
inside your brain. Yeah.
You know your body, you know yourself. Like I always know like when I need to lower weight, or or stretch more, or do less of one thing and more of another, just because you know your body, and oh, I felt that before. Yeah. And that was from whatever. Yep. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to balance, we have to be able to say no, or else it's going to affect everybody in your life.
100%. I just had, just yesterday, and I won't, as a member here that, I wish I could tell the whole story, but I can't.
I know, right?
He, instead of just saying no, he fabricated a story. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I tell my daughter, just tell the truth and just say no. And if they don't like it, then it's their freaking problem.
Yep. If I literally hear myself trying to make up an excuse so that I can say no, I'm just like, wait a minute.
Like, here
actually, I don't have time.
Yeah. Or no.
So I just can't.
Because I don't want to.
Right, exactly. And if you surround yourself with people that are okay with your no's, life will get hell of a lot easier.
Oh my God.
And it'll be less
easy.
Less heavy.
So easy. They're like, yep, I get it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, catch you next time.
I love it. Well, look, we could sit here and talk all day, but I know you got shit to do.
Yep.
And so do I, and Alex has stuff to do too. One of these days we're gonna Alex on this side of the camera.
Yeah.
But it's been
great.
A blast.
Yes.
I got to get Don on here so we can talk about him next time.
Yep.
Is he a talker?
It. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's another thing he can thank me for, is he's way more social now.
Really?
He used to he was the most antisocial person.
Okay.
And now he has so many freaking friends, and like usually I'm like, we'd be done, wrap it up. Time to go. We got shit to do.
I love it. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you're looking for any help with real estate, Kate Storm, she's out in the Elizabethtown, is like
Lancaster,
your territory.
York County.
Yeah, Lancaster, York County. Look her up, or if you really want to meet her, come on out April 23rd between 6 and 8 to the Elizabethtown Club. We'd love to see you there.
Thank you, Lonnie. I look forward to our future.
Yeah.
Working together.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We're gonna have some fun times.
Yep.
And we're gonna keep networking. So everybody out there in podcast world, have a great day and don't miss a workout.